Hello, I'm Benny Traub. The return on investment from your advertising is entirely dependent upon your optimization quotient. We'll abbreviate that as OQ. You'll recall that IQ stands for intelligent quotient, which is a measurement scale for how smart we are. OQ is not a measurement scale for return on investment. It's the driving force that pushes return on investment. Now, OQ comprises three factors. Number one, quantity of responses from your advertising, quality of respondents, and cost per response. These three factors are always in tension. You might have a high quantity of responses, but if conversions are low, it's usually caused by poor lead quality. This can be the case when the message is not accurately communicating what you're actually selling. On the other hand, you might be closing a very high percentage of prospects, indicating great lead quality. But if the quantity of inquiries is too few, your return on investment might still be too low. This can happen when a sense of immediacy is not created. Now, the incentive to act quickly must be built into your message. So we see that quantity and quality are always in tension. Now let's add the cost factor. If you have great quantity and fantastic quality, but your cost per response is too high, your return on investment is still going to be unacceptable. Your job is to optimize the balance between these three: quantity, quality, and cost. We call this the optimization quotient. By optimizing your message strategy, you'll affect all three. You'll recall that ads don't fail, the bits and pieces do. It helps if you think of an ad as a 6-string guitar. If 5 of the strings are in tune and only 1 string is out of tune, the entire guitar will still sound bad. Likewise, if all of the elements in your ad are optimized except for one, the entire ad will still be ineffective. You solve this problem by using the law of isolation to identify the weak element and then replace it. The OQ formula states that for ROI to increase, one of the following must occur. Number 1, quantity must increase. Number 2, quality must increase. Or number 3, cost must decrease. Here's what it looks like in a graph. The blue line represents return on investment. The red line represents cost. Notice that as cost drops, there's a spike in return on investment. All right? The green line represents quantity of leads. Notice here, this spike corresponds with an increase in return on investment. And the purple line represents quality of lead. An increase in quality of lead will always be followed by an increase in return on investment. As you isolate the elements in your advertising that are causing it to fail, your measuring stick and strategic focus will always be to optimize these three items: quantity of responses, quality of respondents, and cost per response. Finding the optimized balance is an art, but it's not the kind of art where you take paint and throw it against a wall. It's more like computer art, where math is the underlying foundation. In your case, your OQ will dictate what your finished art will look like. OQ is all about the numbers. When running your marketing experiments, you'll always want to monitor and measure quantity, quality, and cost, because that's where your return on investment is going to come from.